The alarm sound is always the same, a piercing electronic beep that shatters the fragile peace of sleep. He doesn't open his eyes immediately. For a few seconds, he lies in the darkness, pretending the day hasn't started, pretending the weight on his chest is just the blanket and not the suffocating pressure of survival. The room is cold. The peeling wallpaper is barely visible in the pre-dawn gloom. He reaches out, silencing the alarm with a heavy hand. His fingers are rough, calloused from years of labor that has yielded just enough to survive, never enough to live. He sits up, the mattress springs groaning in protest, and places his feet on the freezing floor. Another day. Just another day. The city is a gray blur through the dirty window of the bus. He presses his forehead against the cold glass, watching the world rush by. People are everywhere, rushing, shouting, existing. He feels disconnected from them, like a ghost haunting a machine. He clutches his backpack to his chest. Inside is his uniform and a meager lunch wrapped in brown paper. The bus lurches and he closes his eyes, trying to steal a few more minutes of rest. The noise of the engine hums a monotonous tune of routine. He isn't going to a career, he is going to a grind. The warehouse is a cavern of dust and noise. Boxes, endless boxes. Lift, carry, stack, repeat. His muscles burn, a familiar ache that settles into his bones by noon. The supervisor shouts orders, voice echoing off the concrete walls, but he barely hears the words anymore. He just follows the rhythm. There is no creativity here, no color, just the brown of cardboard and the gray of cement. He works mechanically, his mind drifting to places he can't afford to go, to open fields, to quiet studios, to a life where his hands create beauty instead of moving cargo. Lunch is 15 minutes sitting on a wooden crate behind the building. He unwraps the sandwich, mostly bread, very little filling. He eats not for taste, but for fuel. He pulls a small, crumpled sketchbook from his back pocket. It's his secret rebellion. With a stubby pencil, he sketches the pigeons fighting over crumbs near the dumpster. For 10 minutes, the warehouse disappears. The charcoal lines on the paper are the only things in his life he can control. The lines are rough, but they breathe. They have life. The shift ends when the sun is already gone. The walk home is the hardest part. His legs feel like lead. He stops at a small grocery store, counting the coins in his pocket. Milk, bread, maybe an apple for her. He has to put back the bag of cookies she likes. He stands at the register, feeling the shame burn his ears when he counts out the change slowly, apologizing to the cashier with a tired nod. Poverty isn't just hunger, it's the constant, quiet humiliation of not enough. He unlocks the door to their small apartment. It's tiny, but it's warm. The smell of old books and lavender soap greets him. "I'm home," he calls out softly. A muffled cough answers him. He walks into the main room, and there she is, his younger sister, wrapped in a blanket, doing homework at the wobbly kitchen table. She looks up, and her face lights up. That smile is the only reason he gets up in the morning. It's the fuel that burns cleaner than any food. Dinner is quiet. They share the soup he made. She tells him about her day, about school, about the birds she saw from the window. He listens, nodding, forcing a smile, but his mind is on the envelope sitting on the fridge, the final notice printed in red letters. He tries to hide it with his body when he goes to get water. He doesn't want her to know how close they are to the edge. He protects her innocence with his silence. She goes to sleep early. He tucks her in, smoothing the hair back from her forehead. Her breathing is a bit raspy. The medicine is running low. He sits by her bed for a moment, just watching her chest rise and fall, praying to a universe he's not sure is listening. He promises her silently, "I will fix this." He doesn't know how yet, but the promise is iron in his heart. Unable to sleep, he pulls a box out from under his bed. It's dusty. He opens it to reveal tubes of dried-up paint and a few worn brushes, relics from a time before their parents died, before the debt, before the survival mode. He touches the bristles of a brush. They are stiff. He sighs. He misses the smell of paint. He misses the feeling of possibility. He tries to squeeze a tube of blue. Nothing comes out. It's empty, just like him. The next day is Sunday, his only day off. They walk to the park. She runs ahead, chasing a butterfly. He sits on a bench, watching the light filter through the autumn leaves. The colors, gold, crimson, burnt orange, are overwhelming. He sees the world not in objects, but in strokes of color. He desperately wants to capture this, not for money, but to prove that beauty still exists in their world. He frames the scene with his fingers, imagining the painting he can't afford to make. On the walk back, they pass an art supply store. He stops. He can't help it. In the window, there is a set of acrylics, vibrant, fresh, full. He stares at the price tag. It might as well be $1 million. He looks at his reflection in the glass. Tired, worn out. He turns away quickly, but not before she sees the longing in his eyes. She sees the way he looks at the paints, the way he looks at her, and then back at the paints. She says nothing. Tuesday evening, he comes home late, soaked from the rain. He hears a sound, ceramic shattering. He rushes in. She is sitting on the floor, a hammer in her hand, and the shards of her pink piggy bank scattered around her. He freezes. "What happened?" he asks, panic rising. "Is she hurt?" She looks up, her eyes clear and determined. She isn't crying, she is counting. She scrapes the coins into a pile. It's not much. Pennies, dimes, wrinkled dollar bills she saved from birthdays or found on the sidewalk. She pushes the pile towards him. "For the paints," she says simply. He drops to his knees. "No," he whispers. "That's for your trip, for the school trip you wanted." She shakes her head. "I don't want to go. I want to see you paint." He hugs her. He buries his face in her small shoulder and weeps. It's the first time he has cried in years. The dam breaks. All the stress, the fear, the exhaustion comes pouring out. She holds him, patting his back awkwardly. She is the child, but in this moment, she is the strength. He realizes he hasn't been protecting her from the world. They have been protecting each other. He stands at the counter of the art store. His hands shake as he counts out the coins. The cashier looks at the pile of change, then at him. He expects judgment, but the cashier just smiles and slides the set of paints across the counter. He buys a single canvas and the paints. He walks out holding the bag like it contains a fragile heart. It does. That night, he doesn't sleep. He sets up the canvas on the kitchen chair. He lights a candle to save electricity. He squeezes the paint onto an old plate. The smell fills the room, chemical and sweet. He dips the brush. The moment it touches the canvas, the world falls away. The warehouse, the bills, the fear, it all vanishes. He paints her. He paints the moment she broke the bank. He paints the sacrifice. Morning comes. He steps back. The painting is finished. It's raw, it's messy, but it's real. It shows a child's hands holding broken ceramic pieces, but the pieces are glowing like gold. It captures the essence of love and sacrifice. He looks at it and feels a spark he thought had died long ago. He feels worthy. He takes a picture of the painting with his cracked phone. He posts it on a free community forum, captioning it simply, "My sister's sacrifice." He goes to work. He doesn't expect anything, but by lunch break, his phone is buzzing. Notifications, comments, shares. People are reacting, not to the technique, but to the emotion. They feel it. An email comes through. It's from a woman in the city. She runs a gallery. She saw the share. She wants to buy it. She offers a sum that makes his breath hitch. It's 3 months of rent. It's the medicine. It's the debt. He reads the email 3 times to make sure it's real. He calls her immediately, his voice trembling. Morning. The final scene is quiet. The apartment is the same, but the air is different. The final notice is gone from the fridge. New medicine sits on the counter. He is sitting at the window sketching. His sister is sleeping soundly, breathing easily. He looks out at the sunrise. The city is still loud, the world is still hard, but he is no longer drowning. He has a lifeline. He looks at his hands, not just workers' hands anymore, but creators' hands. He smiles. The true lesson of this story lies not in the money earned or the painting sold, but in the shattering of the piggy bank. We often believe that to be strong, we must be invulnerable, that we must carry the weight of the world alone and protect those we love from the harshness of reality. But this story reminds us that love is a partnership, not a burden. The protagonist believed his only value was his ability to suffer for his sister's survival.